So for years there have been rumors that True Detective Season 1 would get a second season. And just to be clear, that's not True Detective Seasons 2, 3, and 4. I'm talking about a second season with Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey. And as of last week, there are rumors that we may be getting the sequel that we've been hoping for. But first, please like, subscribe, and share. Anything you can do will help my channel reach more people. And if you like this video, make sure to hit that bell icon so you can get my videos as soon as they drop. Yes, back in the mid-2010s, True Detective Season 1 released. And I'm not joking when I say True Detective Season 1 is by far my favorite single season of a TV show of all time. Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson both delivered incredible performances. Matthew won award after award with his performance as Russ Cole. Yes, it turns out that those two stoner actors were best friends all along. But when you put them on screen together, they could be best friends, enemies, detectives that were working together, and just overall, the right men for the job for solving some of the worst crimes that Louisiana had ever seen. Yes, True Detective Season 1 was dirty, and they really were going after some criminals that were just downright disgusting. These criminals were doing absolutely horrible things to females throughout the state of Louisiana. Detectives Russ Cole and Marty Hart were on the job in order to solve the worst crimes that you've ever seen. The show takes place over 3 time periods in Season 1. When they first get together, when they came back to solve the crime what they thought was a second time, and when they finally bring down the criminal empire that had been totally torturing Louisiana for over 20 years. During this time, you see Russ and Marty really have to deal with each other. Russ Cole, in a lot of ways, was absolutely insane. It turns out that he had lost his daughter, lost his wife, and become a recovering drug addict before even Season 1 began. Marty Cole, on the other hand, was married with a daughter, but he couldn't keep his hands off any of the ladies that he came across throughout the 3 different time periods in his life. And for that reason, he was a vulnerable drunk that really didn't want to have to deal with Russ's bullshit throughout Season 1. Nonetheless, they were able to come together and deal with all the situations that they came across. The writing was dark, but it was perfect because you just knew that these two people could deal with anything that they came across. And Russ Cole was absolutely crazy. Time is a flat circle is just an example of one of the crazy things that would just come out of his mouth out of nowhere. Marty was trying to drive over to whatever the next person they had to interview, and Russ Cole would look out the window and just spout absolute craziness. Was it just thoughts out of a drug-addled mind, or was he one of the greatest detectives that Louisiana had ever seen? To be honest, it really did vary scene to scene. It also helps that these two guys have been friends for years before even filming this season. Are they brothers? It's quite possible that one of their moms slept with the other one's dad. It's not really clear, but they really refuse to tell us if they're half-brothers in real life. Nonetheless, they make an incredible duo for this show. So currently, Matthew McConaughey is filming another project with Nick Palazzo, the guy who wrote Season 1 of True Detective. And the two of them sat down for an interview last week, and he basically said that he would love to come back as Russ Cole. And I say, bring him back. Bring back Woody Harrelson as well. You need Marty in order to keep Russ sane. If you have one and without the other one, the show wouldn't work. The thing is that the show came out over 10 years ago, but they were already filmed as being older, so now they will age into being pretty much the exact age that they were at the end of the show. So make the show take place a year or 2 after when Season 1 ended, and then we'll finally get a really good Season 2 of True Detective. I'll be honest, I've seen some of the other seasons of True Detective, and they've all been hit or miss. But the fact is that none of them can live up to what True Detective was when it first came out. It came out during a time of must-see TV, back in the renaissance of the 2010s of amazing television. We're talking about early Game of Thrones. We're talking about Breaking Bad and Mad Men. And these two guys showed up for one season and they blew all those shows out of the water. I'm not saying True Detective is better than the overall Breaking Bad, But the single season of True Detective is better than any one single season of any of those shows. So if there's just a chance that they would bring these two characters back, especially if they spent a lot of time filming and editing and writing and gave us another season of the best detective duo that I've ever come across, then I will be the first one there, streaming it every single week when it comes out on HBO Max. Or whatever HBO Max happens to be called in 2 years. It's all going to come right back to us sitting down and watching True Detective Season 1, Season 2. Because as we all need to remember, time is a flat circle.
Hey, thanks for watching my video. Make sure to click that subscribe button and check out those videos on screen now.